Hi, it's Alexis Hasselberger, time management and productivity coach. So today I want to share with you a tool that you already have access to. It is free, and I bet you might not be using it to the best of its ability, or maybe you have never even used it at all. And this tool is called Schedule Send. So the basic idea is that you are going to schedule a message to be sent later, right? And this is something that exists basically everywhere in all of your tools. So you can schedule send an email, whether you're using Microsoft Outlook or whether you're using Gmail. You can schedule a Slack message. You can schedule a Teams message. You can schedule a text message, right? You can schedule all of these messages. It just takes like one extra click. And you might be thinking, why? Why would I not just send the messages when I'm sending them? Why would I take this one extra step? And what is that going to do for me? How is that going to save me anything, save me time or anything else? So I want to share with you a number of ways that you can use this feature called Schedule Send. You can enable it in any of these tools that you're already using. And I'm going to share with you ways that you can use this to be a better coworker, to protect your own boundaries and your own time, to do a lot of things that we may not think about. And especially now that we work and we live in a really hybrid world, right? Some of us are remote, sometimes we're remote, sometimes we're in the office. We work with people globally, we work all over the place, right? And Schedule Send is a tool that you can use in a number of different ways that is going to be really helpful for you, for your own time, for your own productivity, and for your relationships. So I want to share with you without, any more of this talk, why we are going to do this, right? So what can you do and how can you do it? So why would you do this? Well, if you are a manager, right? This is a great way to make sure that you respect your team's time. So maybe you are working and it's 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. or midnight, and you want to send an email or a Slack message to someone on your team because you're thinking about it right now, right? It's on your mind and you're working. But what happens when you send them that message? When you send them that message and they are not working, they might get a notification. And that notification will be like, hey, my boss sent me an email, right? And even if you have told them, hey, you don't have to check your email in your off hours, you don't have to check Slack in your off hours, even if you have said that, that is not what is going to be believed, right? If somebody is getting an email at all these odd hours, then they are going to feel compelled to answer, or they're just going to be annoyed. They're going to be annoyed that they're getting emails on their off time, right? So as a manager, you can use Schedule Send. So if you happen to be working late at night or on the weekend, etc., use Schedule Send so that those messages don't hit your team's inbox until they are back in the office. So schedule them for Monday morning, or if it's late tonight, schedule it for tomorrow. That's one way. Trust me, your team will really like you. They will love you even more if you are not sending them messages at all hours of the day, right? Now, what about if you yourself work non-standard hours, right? What if you have negotiated with your employer that because you're a night person, you like to work really late at night and maybe you get up really late in the morning or something like that, right? Now, it may seem obvious like you're just going to send your emails, you're going to send your messages whenever you're doing it, right? But this might be annoying to everybody else for the exact same reasons, right? Or people might feel compelled to work during those times. So if you're working non-standard hours, you can send your message to align with whatever the workday is for the person to whom you are sending that message, right? Now, what about when we work in different time zones, right? We work globally now. We work with people all over the place. I mean, even just between East Coast and West Coast, there's a big time difference. If you are on the East Coast and you are sending a message to somebody on the West Coast and it's 9 a.m. for you, you might not even be thinking about the fact you're just like, yeah, I'll send it. But that is 6 a.m. for somebody who is on the West Coast. And what if that notification wakes them up, right? That's not very nice. So we can use this tool to help us respect the time zones of the people that we work with, right? Now, you can use this at work. You can also use this personally, right? I just sent a Schedule Send text last night. I was thinking about something. It was like 11:30 at night, and I don't know what if other people have notifications on or not. I don't want to bother people. Or I sent it a message, Schedule Send for today at 8 a.m. so that they wouldn't get it in the middle of the night, right? And so that they wouldn't get a ping because I don't know if they have notifications on or off, right? I don't know if they have a sound that goes off, and I don't want to bother somebody during that time. Now, what about using it to set your own boundaries or to keep your own boundaries? So I debated whether I should even share this or not, because this is something that I sometimes do. But as a general rule, I do not check my email or don't process email on the weekends or on evenings. But, my email is on my phone. So every once in a while, I will accidentally click into my work email on the weekend. I will happen to see something. I will go against my own best practices. I will read it and then I will want to respond to it because I won't want to be thinking about it all weekend long. Right. And so in these cases, they're few, they're rare, they're not that many cases, but in these cases, I will use schedule send so that other people don't think that I am working on the evenings or the weekend because that is a expectation that I have set. That's a boundary that I've set with other people that I don't do that. And so I would be kind of out of integrity if I say everywhere, hey, I don't check email on the weekends or on evenings, but yet I am sending emails on the weekends or evenings. That would seem weird and out of alignment, and people would not believe me that I don't work on those times. Now, I really don't, right? This is just a case where it's like an accidental sort of thing, but I want to maintain those boundaries, right? Now, also, I use this if I need to follow up on things while I'm on vacation. So, again, just like I don't check email on weekends and evenings, I have never checked email on vacation. There's a whole other video about this. I would encourage you to do the same. But let's think about just the next vacation that you're on, right? You might have people that where you want to follow up on something or you want to make sure something is happening, et cetera. And you don't want to have to be in your email on vacation. I mean, that would destroy the enjoyment of my vacation, right? But, I have clients. I work with a lot of coaching clients, and I want to make sure that I can provide the accountability that they need. And so just because I happen to be on vacation, that doesn't mean that I want to leave them hanging if I have said, "Hey, I'm going to email you a couple times a week to make sure that, you have accountability and to check in with you, et cetera." So I will just use schedule send to schedule those check-ins with folks while I'm on vacation so that they are getting the accountability they need while I am still on vacation and not thinking about it. And this is a way to make that happen. Now, what about like in our personal lives for tasks? There's another way that I love using this. And this is where, sometimes we have like something that is a multi-day task or a multi-step task because things need to happen at certain times, right? But what if you can use schedule send to condense that? So I'm going to give you an example from my actual personal life, right? So I have a terrible memory. I'm really bad at birthdays and things, and therefore I use my task system to help me to remind me when I need to buy people a present or send them a birthday message, etc. So I use my task system for that. Don't judge me. But so I have a task that, let's say before my dad's birthday, this is an actual example from last year. Before my dad's birthday, I had a task that was about 2 weeks before his birthday that was like, buy dad a present, and do all the things, text him on his birthday, all of that, right? But on his actual birthday, I didn't have time to do that. And I didn't want it to be, I didn't want to wait until the last minute anyways. I wanted to get him a subscription, a 3-month subscription to one of those like craft beer places. So it would send him interesting beers because he really is into craft beer. For whatever reason, the service that I was using, they wanted to send me the code and then me to send that to him instead of sending it to him directly. And this was kind of problematic because I think I was going to be gone on his birthday, et cetera. I wanted to make sure he got it on his birthday. That's important to me. And so I used schedule send. I bought the thing. I got the code and the email. And then in that moment, I sent a schedule sent birthday message to my dad so that he would receive the code on his actual birthday. And then it was great. Just like magic, all of this happened. I didn't have to think about it again. It didn't keep moving on my task list. I didn't have to worry that I would forget to do it because I just did it all in one session using schedule send. So again, this is a tool that exists already in basically every tool that you already use. You might have to go and enable it, right? So if you're like, I don't know, like my Gmail doesn't have that, then I want you to just go and Google schedule send Gmail, and you will get instructions of how to enable this. You can do this in any tool that you're already using. Your text messages, your Slack messages, your Teams messages, your emails, all of that stuff. And this is a tool to help you maintain your own boundaries, to help you respect other people's boundaries, and to help you be more productive at the same time. So as you can tell, I'm excited about this tool. I also want to know from you, how do you use it? Are you using it already? And are you using it in different ways than I suggested? Because I always want to learn from you. And if you haven't used it yet, are you going to try? And when are you going to do it? Let me know in the comments. Now, if you like this kind of content and you want to make sure that you get it in your feed every week, then I want you to make sure that you are subscribed. And I want to make sure that you like it if you like it, because that helps other people to know if this is something they should watch or they might find value in. So if you liked this video, please give me a little thumbs up and let me know. I also want to hear anything you want to share in the comments. See you next week.
Just like she said, make sure to like and subscribe because only about 19% of the people that watch our videos are actually subscribed. And it'd be a great help. Thank you.